In this video, I'm going to go over what you need to do on Thursday, June 11th. So first, please go to Activity 2 and Lesson 4. The first thing you're going to do is to review using the vocabulary to talk about symptoms. Click Start, and then you're going to listen to a conversation between this man and his doctor, and then answer the questions. After answering all the questions, you can read the transcript, and then you can go on to the next part. In this exercise, you're going to listen to each sentence and then type in the answer here, and then you can check. In this exercise, you're going to practice reviewing the vocabulary like migraine, and then you're going to review these vocabulary words here. Again, you're going to review the words like stiff neck and sore neck, and then read the sentence. You're going to review the to have verb and the to be verb. Then you're going to match the symptom to the health problem. And that's it. Once you're done, this will turn green and you can go back to Lesson 4. Next, you're going to practice how to use a speaking ladder to elaborate. So we learned this in class, and this is just a chart that will help you add details and expand your sentences, especially when you're talking about your health problems and symptoms. And it will also help you review the vocabulary. Next, you're going to practice pronouncing health problems with different vowel sounds. So this is actually handout 2-2 in your student course pack. And I'm going to go through the vowels like ah, eh, ah, r. And this way you can review the health problems and symptoms and practice your pronunciation. For example, the vowel sound ah, we can have gassy, cramps, asthma, cavities, bladder problems. This way your mouth is moving into the position of each vowel sound. Once you're done, go back to Lesson 4. And next, we're going to watch a video to review how to use the present perfect tense to talk about symptoms. So in this video, you're going to review how to use the present perfect tense to talk about a backache, to talk about stomach cramps. And it's just an extension of what we did today in class. Then click the back button to return to Lesson 4. And now you're going to do the Sanico Connect pronunciation exercise. In this exercise, you're going to use the present perfect to talk about health problems and symptoms. Again, if your name has been taken, you can type in your first initial and maybe second initial, but use your real name. Join session. And then open up the exercise.
An excruciating migraine.
An excruciating migraine. So first, you're going to review the health problems and symptoms. And then next, it's a sentence.
I've had an excruciating migraine for 3 days.
I've had an excruciating migraine for 3 days. And as always, the goal is not to get a perfect score. You can always check your attempt, compare it to the original. Once you're done, click Submit, click the back button to return to lesson 4. And then click Mark as done as soon as you have submitted the exercise. Next, you're going to review how to give advice and suggestions. So first, read the sentence or listen to it. So use this sentence pattern. So before you check the answer, you can try it yourself. So you can say, to relieve joint pain, it might be helpful to put an ice pack on it. So say your sentence first, then flip it over. Then you can read an example sentence, and then you can play it. And then go on to the next one and do the same thing. The goal is to practice your own sentences first before you read the example. Then go back to lesson 4, and then you're going to do another Sanico Connect pronunciation exercise. Oops. And again, type in your name. I have terrible joint pain. My right knee really hurts when I exercise. So the first part is about describing your health problems. And then the next part is going to be the advice. So then you can practice. To relieve your knee pain, it might be helpful to see a physiotherapist. Again, the goal is not to get a perfect score, but just to practice so that you're going to be able to improve your fluency and pronunciation. Once you're done, click Submit, and then click the back button to return to lesson 4. Next, there will be some listening exercises. So first, learn the vocabulary as always. And then read the definition. Once you're done, go back to lesson 4. And then you're going to do the listening exercise. You have 30 minutes to do this, but this is just a practice. So you may do it as many times as you want. Listen first, answer the questions, click Finish Attempt, submit all and finish. And then you can check your answers and then click Finish Review. Again, this is just a practice one. You may re-attempt the quiz as many times as you want. Then you can practice doing the Sanico. Oh, sorry. First, you're going to read the transcript. So here's the transcript. If you want, you can click on this, download the audio to your phone, and listen again, and then read along. And then one more Sanico Connect pronunciation exercise. Were you bitten or stung by an insect? And again, the goal is just to practice, not to be perfect. Once you're done, click Submit, and then click the back button to return to lesson 4. And then there's an extra practice if you want, but this is totally optional. So if you don't have time, you don't have to do it, but it's just an extra listening practice, especially if listening is one of your weaknesses. This is a phone call to a pharmacist. All right, that's it for lesson 4. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thanks for watching.